I'm back. So I ended the last video with this flower. Working on this, I did the weaving in one of these threads, and so I was working with these 3 threads here. These are the eleganza threads, these 2. And this is, I believe I got this from Steph Francis, and I think it's called a prism thread. It's been many years, so you know, at least 3 or 4 years, so don't quote me on that. Anyway, so I used them here on these 3 petals. I did 2 weaving, and I did a thread painted here. And I think these 2 I'm going to do something different on. You know, I did this lacy bit here. I think I want to do either one or both of those in that. The question is, what thread do I want to use? I know I shouldn't be questioning that at this point because I already turned the camera on, but I'm still wondering if that's still too dark. So that was that thread, and this was this thread, so that was that thread. So I think I'll use this one so they're not next to each other. That's not long enough. That's not long enough. I hope this finds everybody doing well. And I know you're probably all tired of me working on this spring project, but I'm sort of just experimenting with it. I've sort of stopped working on the experimental page that I was working on. And if you're new here, that's back several videos. I started a, you know, improving my technique project, and goodness gracious, I've sort of stopped working on that at the moment. I may pick it up at some point along the way, but all right, this needle and this thread is not cooperating with each other, so I am going to switch out my needles. I have several thicknesses, lengths, and eye hole sizes of needles over to my side. I will show you if you're just beginning. This is my assortment of needles I keep out because I find I'm using them. These 2 are both chenille needles. They're the same size. I just happened to take 2 out because I couldn't find one at the time. But yeah, different eye hole sizes. I think you can see that there. I just keep that nearby because, and this is part of the mat that I cut off of the big mat that I use. So it, you know, makes a nice little pin cushion. The pins and needles do go through, so know that you will poke whatever's on the other end of that. Hopefully not your hand. I poked my finger this morning with a needle. Tony came in and distracted me, and that little puppy bled right away. It was not fun. Okay, now, how I usually start this is I have to do my stitch. I'm going to move the camera up a bit, only because I don't want to whack it with my hand, which I can just see coming. All right, so I start them with little stitches along the side here, along the edge. And yes, there are already some stitches there. If you hear a humming in the background, Tony's mowing the backyard. I can't always work my videos around what he wants to do, and I can't ask him to wait. It's a hot, humid day. It's supposed to be 90 degrees today. It's already really humid, even though the temperature hasn't gone up that much yet. And I don't want him out in that temperature and humidity any longer than he needs to be. He doesn't like to admit that we're getting older and that things like heat and humidity and stuff. He used to, I mean, he used to spend hours out in this weather, and he's not done himself any favors by being Mr. Tough Guy. He was a drill instructor in the Army for 3 years, and he won many awards for being drill instructor of the month, and I think 1 year he got drill instructor of the year. Yeah, so Mr. Tough Guy doesn't like to admit we've gotten older and that life is not as easy as it used to be. And he needs to stop abusing his body. I mean, for goodness sake, he's going to PT 2-3 times a week at this point. Physical therapy, PT, because he's overly abused his body and he's got to get some things back in shape. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It has nothing to do with stitching. I just went on my little rant. Anyhow, it's supposed to possibly thunderstorm later and rain and thunderstorm tomorrow. I hope if any of you are watching from any of the places that had really bad weather in the last few days, oh my goodness, the tornadoes and the storms that have blown through, the things I've seen on video, it's just terrifying, terrifying weather. You know, the weather should not be terrifying. When they say a force of nature, that's the kind of stuff they're talking about. So, I hope you were not caught in any of that. Because, yeah, not fun stuff. All right, so I'm doing the outside line here. And then we'll start. Of course, my stitches got bigger as I went around. Always happens. My consistency in stitches, especially when I'm distracted by talking or my mind wanders, which it often does, can mess with my stitch lengths. And I've been sitting here stitching, and I thought, you know, Martha, you need to get up. You need to go move around. So I did. I took a walk around my living room and kitchen. There's a big circle. I can walk from my kitchen to my living room, to my kitchen to my living room, in one entrance and out the other, and through the room, and keep going in a big circle. And so I waved my arms, and I walked a few times around. I'm trying to make myself do that several times a day, especially if I've been sitting and stitching, because it's not good to sit. It's not good to sit too much, because again, getting older. So anyway, yeah, isn't life fun? Did I mention I have a birthday coming this month? It's my birthday month. Yes, I know, I mentioned it several times in the last video. And as I said before, I'm grateful to be alive, so I don't, you know, dispute having a birthday. I'm grateful to have a birthday. I actually have 2 birthdays, but I won't get into that. Okay. I have to remember how I did it. Even though I'm the one who did it several times, I have to remember how I did it. All right. Come on, thread. Stay on the same wavelength. Now, I'm not going to go through that first stitch. I'm going to go... Oh boy. I made that stitch a little bit small. Come on. Okay, that should do it. And concentrating, sorry. The tongue is sticking out the corner of my mouth. It's a good thing you can't see me. Stay on camera, Martha. Okay, this part I can bring you back down for, in case you can't see what I'm doing. I don't know how close up this shows up on camera when I'm messing with, with my camera when I'm messing with it. I don't know how it shows up to you. Sometimes I think I'm too close, and then I go into editing so that I can bring you closer because it's really not close enough. Other times I bring you in close and it's like, holy cow, you're going to blind the people. And my new phone has options on it that my old phone didn't have. So, yeah. Learning curve. Can you say learning curve? Oh, that's turning out well. See, the more I do it, the better I get. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, so I think you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to move it out just a little bit because it makes me nervous that I'm too close. And then it's like, even though it shows up on the screen on my phone that you're okay, when I go to watch it back, it's like cuts part of it off. And it shouldn't do that, but it seems to. So I don't want to lose you. Don't leave me. And this is fun in a variegated thread because it's definitely going to show because you're not burying any of the thread behind your fabric. And I know you've seen me do this before, so I'm sorry if you're bored. Pull up a project, stitch along. I have no stories to tell, I don't think. Well, I did do some shopping yesterday, but I will show you that at the end. I showed you my new wool in the last video, and I'm going to get to play with that at some point. Yeah, it's going to be a hot one today, and this room that I'm working in gets very hot. Even if I keep the heavy-duty draperies closed, they're supposed to be thermal, but I don't think they do their job. And there is a very large sliding glass door in this room, and the sun hits this end of the house, this corner of the house, literally the entire day. And in the summer that gets really hot, so I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time in here this afternoon, because when I have to close the curtains and everything, it gets very dark. So there we go. Now that's the first row. So that came out really well compared to my other ones. It came out the best out of all the times I've done it, which is what, 3, I think. And if you haven't tried this yet, it's a real fun technique for an open lacy look. So give it a shot. Not hard. You can do it in any shape you want. Outline it, do a circle, a square, just figure out what, just practice it. Do a flower petal. Now as it gets smaller, you have to start skipping the outside stitches. Where if you were doing something from the inside out, from the center out, you have to increase stitches. It's sort of like knitting or crochet. Now I'm going to skip that one. Go to this corner one here. Let go. Stop. Let go. And I'm going to skip that corner one and go to this one. Jeez, come on. Quit being a defiant child. going to skip that one because we're going around that corner and you want it to be somewhat spread out. And at this point, I'll do that one. You do have to, whoops, work your way around. Come on. Again, skipping that corner one. And skipping that one. I'll go down to this one. Flip the fabric. Oh, that's coming out pretty. Get the needle sorted. I need to pull my tail so it's a little shorter before I start gathering too many threads in there. And then I'm going to skip that one and come down here because we're starting to get to the narrower part now. Skip that one, come down here. Yep, I'm glad I chose this stitch to do this. All right, so now we start skipping more. Because basically we are in the center now. So I'm just going to do a couple here. And almost looks like a butterfly at this point. Ooh, that would be pretty, wouldn't it, to do a butterfly like this? I'm gonna catch this corner one. And then catch this center one. Catch this corner one. And then catch, come on, come around there. Catch this one, and that's it. We are done. I'm going to catch the one from the opposite side. I'm catching the one from this side that I worked out that way, this center one here. I'm going to catch that right in the center to bring them together and just go down through my fabric in the center. That came out really pretty. I like it. And it looks pretty with the heavier woven ones and the thread painted one. Okay, moving you back up. Am I making you dizzy? I apologize. Alrighty, now bring this over here, knot it off, and I'm going to do the other one just like that, only with the different thread. Okay. Even electric lawnmowers are noisy, aren't they? All right. So I want to use that thread, which I think is this thread here. Or is that thread? Is that thread? No, because that has no white in it. It has to be this one. It's not the right yellow. Or it has to be this one. Or, what the heck? Where's the end? There it is. See, that's too yellow as well. What in heaven's name is going on? Which thread is this? It's not that one. I'm so confused. Okay. I guess I'll just use this one. That is not that thread though. It's got to be this one. It's got to be this one. It's got to be... Yeah, it's this one. It's just further down on the thread. All right, we're going to use that one. Yes, 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 yes. Because it's not that one, I don't think. All right. How long is this thread? It's from the middle of my throat to the end of my arm. That's about how long I've made this thread. If I have extra left over, that's okay. I don't want to get caught with not enough thread, because it's hard to start over again in the middle of it if it's not enough thread. So I like to make sure I have enough. All right. Tony just came in, went back out. I don't normally record with the door open, but it helps it not get so hot in here. And he was outside. I didn't think he was coming in. And I have this weird quirk about not wanting to record in front of anybody, even Tony. And I've been doing this for 3 years, 4 years. Yeah, I just don't. These stitches are a little larger, so it'll probably appear a little different. And I'm sort of kind of doing that on purpose. Oopsies. Just to get a different effect. Oop. My thread got hung up on the needles and threads over there to my side. Yeah, we went and did our grocery shopping yesterday. We had to return a package to the UPS store for, well, it's an Amazon return. And we take it to the UPS store to return it. We stopped in Hobby Lobby. And we went to the grocery store. Looks like the grocery store stopped carrying one of the things that I like to eat. It's what I eat every morning. It's called a wasa cracker, and they're carrying other flavors, but not the one I like to eat. The other ones just come off as cardboard to me. So I don't like the other flavors. I like the whole grain one, and there wasn't even a place on the shelf to put it. Really? Come on. And so, yeah, I was quite disappointed by that. I hope, oh, I just pulled that stitch out. I hope they bring it back, but if they don't, I just won't eat them anymore. A little frustrating though, because it is what I like to eat in the morning with my peanut butter, with all my mix-ins in it. My chia seeds, my flax seed, my turmeric mix, cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is supposed to be good for getting the blood moving. Gets my tongue hot, that's for sure. I'm not a spice girl, so. All right. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Let me show you what else I did. I worked on some of these little flowers in here. There's even one right there. I did these little tulipy kind of things right there. I did this with bullion knots, this little tiny flower up here. I just did little French knots there. I did just stitches, just stitched around with 2 different colors of thread. I just did straight stitches here. I still have to do the center. Again, straight stitches and still have to do the center there again too. And a couple of little ones over here in yellow. And the next ones will be the pink here. But I wanted to get, what else did I do? I think that's it. I wanted to get this flower done here. I may fill in something here. I'm not sure yet. I sort of wanted them all to be crowded together so I wouldn't have to do a lot of stems. But I'll probably do some green stems coming out of everything and just coming back down into here. And then do these pink flowers. And I need to do a little more with these flowers over here, especially this one doesn't have much on it. So I want to incorporate some stuff in there. But I'm not sure what else I'll be doing on here besides figuring out what goes at the top as far as the words. So yeah, it's going to be consisting of that kind of thing. So not a whole lot more to go. The month is going to be coming to a close. I mean, it's only the middle, not even the middle of the month yet. Really. Close. Did I mention my birthday's on the 19th? Yeah, I know. I just make it in under the Taurus cutoff. Almost the cusp. So. Okay, let's see if we can keep working our way around here. And, okay, what'd I do here? There it is. I'm videoing. What's up? Okay, go ahead. I carry on regardless. Now he's going to weed eat. So if it gets too noisy, I'll turn the camera off and I will finish this one since you already saw me do one. But, you know, we're just hanging out, stitching, right? Just chatting away. I was watching Corinne this morning. I usually try and watch Christine and Corinne when they have new videos out. I've been playing catch up with Corinne's. I don't know how Corinne does it. She makes so many videos ahead of time and has so many projects going. And her brain and Christine's brain both are just nonstop with projects. I don't know how they do it. I'm stuck on what I want to do next. I mean, besides my summer project for, you know, following along with Corinne for Stitch the Seasons, which is what this is. But I don't know how they come up with so many projects and get their brain wrapped around so many things. I'm dumbfounded. And Christine works full time. Corinne has a job too. But Christine has, you know, a full-time job that I have to untangle my thread. Not untangle it. I have to untwist it. Let it untwist. I'm letting it hang. Because when it gets too twisted, then it doesn't lay right. And this thread is different than, I don't know if it's made differently or what, but it twists up more often, which means more tangles. So, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what my next project's going to be. I'm a little a little lost on that. So, I wonder if I did this. What would happen? Yeah, because he's getting noisy out there, so I'm not sure I'm going to want to keep recording. Oh, gosh. There. Look at that. That works too. I didn't have to go around again. Okay. Alrighty. Let me tie this off and we'll see where we go with it. I think I need to come over here to tie it off because there aren't any stitches there because we didn't go through the fabric. That is a fun little way to make something look lacy and complicated, but it's not. You know what I mean? So if you don't have doilies and lace and stuff like that, make your own. I mean, there you go. Just do it with stitches. That one I did more on, that one I did less on, and just pulled the 2 stitches from the 2 sides together from 2 rows. And it worked. So depending on how dense you want it and stuff, you know, pretty cool. All right, what did I get? Okay, hold that thought. Here's what I got. I'm all wrinkled up here. Hold on. Okay. I got sequins. So there are these fun little packs of sequins that you get 3 different shapes. So these are big round ones in different shades of purples and squares, and then round ones. And, you know, some of them are very sparkly and fun. I mean, just fun stuff. So I got teal and purple because, as Christine said, Martha-esque colors. I got 2 whites. I got the smaller ones and the medium ones. I think they had ones even bigger than this. So these were $1.29 a piece. This one was 99 cents, but obviously the price is going up because there is a sticker over this one, and they upped the price on it to $1.29. I mean, that's an actual, see, that's an actual sticker they stuck over it. They hadn't marked the price up on this one yet, but these are going up. That's what, 30 cents difference? Don't quote me on that. Math is not my strong suit. If you've been here a while, you'll know that. I found this fabric in the clearance section. When in our store, if the fabric section is here, the front of the store is over there. Fabric section is here. Along this long wall, they have a clearance section, and they put all kinds of stuff over there. It's not just fabric. They put frames over there. They put clothes over there. They put, I used to find cards over there, like their stationery card, the blank ones that you can make cards out of. But every so often, I find fabric over there. And this actually says calico, which this is what here in the U.S. we call calico. I know overseas in the UK and Australia, excuse me, calico is a plain fabric. Here, it's usually something with little flowers on it. At least growing up, that's how I always knew it. This is 43 inches wide. It's 35 inches. I don't know what the 10-972 is, but it's almost a yard. It's very close to a yard. And it was originally $5.82 a yard. And I got it for $3.49. I think this is the most adorable fabric. And I am going to make yo-yos out of some of it, not all of it, because that would be 1,000 yo-yos. And I don't have the patience for that. But I really love the little flowers in it. And it's a very white background. If you wanted to, you could tea stain it if you wanted it to be more off-white. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? And it's a really lovely cotton. So This is, I don't know if they have it on a bolt. I did not look. This may have been an end of bolt and they're not carrying it anymore. It is called B101-EL-P06 copyright 2021. So I bet they're not getting this anymore. This was the end of a bolt. Brother Sister Design Studio, all rights reserved. Those are the colors used in it. And it's from 2021. So that is our calico here in the US. A little bit sheer, a little bit see-through, not much. You can see skin through it. This would make a really pretty top. If you wanted to make like a tank top or a little blouse or vest or something out of it, it'd be really pretty for that. But I thought this would make really lovely yo-yos. So look in your clearance section. Go to Joann, go to Michael's, I don't think Michael's has a clearance fabric section yet. Our Michael's just got fabric bolts in. I've heard that other Michael's across the country have had bolts of fabric in their stores for a while now. But ours just got it in. But go to Hobby Lobby or Joann to the clearance section. Joann's, they tend to price theirs a lot higher. But for me, I found felt, which isn't wool felt here in the US, but it's good for backing things with. It's good for using as a backing when you're stitching, doing heavy stitching, because then your fabric doesn't pucker as much. And something like this will go a long way for backgrounds, for making yo-yos out of, for making hexagons out of, for stitching into, making little flower petals out of it, and using like, sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. For this, it would make a really pretty set of petals for a flower like that. So look in your clearance sections, people. It's a fun way to find fabric, and I couldn't pass this up. And because I couldn't see this, I didn't know it was from 2021. So I won't find any more of this. Does that mean I'll probably end up hoarding some of it? Of course. But anyway, so thanks for joining me today. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. I don't know how long this was because I stopped the camera momentarily. It's probably not real long, but that's what I got for you today. I'll try and think up a new project and make life more interesting. But for now, this is what I've got. This is what I'm doing, and I'm happy that you joined me. Leave comments below if you'd like, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, by the way, before I go, I am going to fill this in with just thread painted stitches, or maybe I'll iron those out and not do that all. Okay, take care, everybody. Happy crafting. Find your joy. Do what makes you happy. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.